Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Saints stream. Today we have Academy Apex Legends. It's going to be the TELUS Arena Tournament. I'm Matthias, also known as Matthias, and I'm joined here today by Tommy and Theo. Hello, introduce yourselves. Tell me how you're doing.
It's going pretty good. It's a rough couple weeks, fresh start to the semester, getting back from the
Yeah.
winter break.
Especially with the weather, it's been so awful the last few days. It's been hard just getting to and from school. And Theo, how are things going for you?
Without a doubt, things are, the weather isn't looking too good as of late right here. But other than that, it's been a good couple weeks off, winter break. Everyone gets to relax a little bit, enjoy some time with their friends and family. But now we are back into the groove of things. We have school back on way. We have games back on track. So today we got some Apex Legends, and it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and our lineup for today, you saw them quickly here on camera. It's going to be Tay, Chubb, and Ramen Maid. They're going to be going into this tournament facing the best of the best. I even heard there's a tier 1 esports team in this event. I think it's Furia is going to be
yeah.
playing, so that's going to be a tough contending. They might not encounter them, but if they do, it's going to be an uphill battle.
It'll probably be in like either the second or third round in the final lobbies where they'll encounter them and have a tough time
Yeah.
competing against a tier one team.
And like you just said, it's going to be 3 rounds of games, but there's going to be multiple games per round. I think. Do you guys remember the number for the amount of games?
I think
Yeah, it was
six games. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 6 games, 3 rounds. So we'll see how far our Saints can take it.
I'm also pretty sure it's only between 2 maps as well that they can play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
World's Edge and Storm Point. So it's going to be very interesting to see. I haven't seen those maps played as much in a while. It's been a little bit while for Apex for me, but I love the game. I'm excited to get back into it. I've been playing the new Final Fantasy event. It's so fun. The Buster Sword completely broken, but they managed to make the melee combat feel really, really good.
That's good. That is, it is gonna
Yeah.
be, it's gonna be a fun game to watch. Apex is such high action. It's probably the highest action battle royale. I would say there's always something to do. So even in the downtime, when you're just looking to find position, there will be things to do. And it is the first time we've had Apex on the mainstream. So it's gonna be fun to watch. I think it's something really to look forward to.
I also like to add that I also think it's the most mechanically advanced battle royale that is come to existence. Really,
Absolutely.
the movement tech that is in the game is just like it's so amazing. Like what you can do, you can like hop off a wall, like super jump and like air strafe and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, there's such a high skill ceiling for Apex. It's great to see what people can do in that game. And the gunplay is just so clean as well. The hip fire is decent, the aiming down sights, and all the guns are just feel so great to shoot.
Yeah, there's so much variety. You could go for basically any gun you feel like, and you could go SMG, you could
Yeah.
go LMG, pistol, and you could just have a good game no matter what. So as you guys said, the gunplay in this game is truly, truly, really, really good. So it's a very well designed game. I think it's gonna be fun to watch.
And speaking about weapons, I was talking to one of the players earlier that was warming up before the games get started. They were complaining about one gun in particular, which is the R99, which is like the premier SMG when the game first came out.
Yeah.
So I'll be surprised to see if we see any R99s in these games coming up.
I think we'll have to see an R99,
Yeah.
but it's probably gonna be mixed weapons in the
Yeah,
team. So what do you guys think we'll see a lot today from our Saints?
Yeah, I heard they want to go for the 30-30 repeater. It's pretty versatile, you know. It's almost like a sniper, has the long range heavy bullets.
It seems
and
like
if you can
a
hit your shots, it's amazing.
it seems like a faster firing rate G7 Scout. If you guys know what that gun is,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like the DMR
The
basically.
battle rifle pretty
Yeah,
much, yeah.
basically. I also I'm also going to see a lot of the Volt too, which is the energy ammo equivalent of the R99.
Yeah, that's a pretty relatively newer weapon, right?
I think it's been in the game for a little while now, actually.
Yeah. I'm excited to see it though, nonetheless. And overall, I think we're gonna throw it to a quick break. We'll be right back with some gameplay at about 12:20. I've heard. So don't go anywhere. It'll be a little bit of a wait. We'll be back with more gameplay.
Welcome back, everybody. And as you could see on the screen, we are into game one. My name is Theo, known as the Holy Juan. I'm joined by Matthias and Tommy today for this game. And we have all three POVs of our Saints members. So let's get underway. Let's see where we're dropping.
Yeah, it looks like they're dropping in as we speak. Looking at the players, it looks like we're seeing Horizon, Bangalore, and Conduit as the lineup for today. Can't quite see the player names right now, but I'll get who's playing what as soon as I can. Tommy, what are you thinking of this?
Depending on how many teams contesting, which doesn't look like there's many, they should be in for
They should be in for a good time, it seems. It
Yeah.
looks like they're landing at the radio tower here in the ice pit. It looks like they're doing a little bit of a split landing tactic here, just so they can, get a little bit better looted up, not have to compete with each other.
Absolutely. They're not going to drop too hot. No very early gunfights. They're going to look to load up themselves a little bit, go for a more secure gunfight, making sure they have the weapons to compete. Don't want to flip a game early, especially so early into the tournament. So they're going to choose to play a bit more safe, get a lot of loot early, and they're just going to look to play it for the late game, as those standings are really the things that give you the points.
Yeah, but you can't forget those kills. Those kills are just going to be your bread and butter, because you can't always ensure the victory, ensure the high placement, but you can sometimes ensure the kill if you find the right moment.
Yeah, it is actually one of the conditions for a tiebreaker. If that was to happen, if you have more kills, then you just automatically win the tiebreaker.
And, there's not too much action going on right now. We could talk about the format just a little bit. We can talk about maybe the point system. So if you win the game, you get 12 points. Second place gets 9 points. Third place gets 7 points. Fourth place gets 5 points. Fifth place gets 4 points. 8 through 10 is 2 points. 11 through 15 is 1 point. And the bottom 5 teams don't get any points. So you could see how important those scores are. Getting that first place is 3 points more than getting second. So those 1, 2, 3 position changes at the top of the lobby are going to be really crucial for these top teams to look to make it through to the next round.
I'm looking at the weapons they're running. It looks like they're running a G7 Scout. Two of them I think are running the Volt, or one of them is running the Volt. Triple take. I think that's shotgun. Oh, yep, that's a Mastiff there. And then can't quite see that one at the bottom, but it looks like they're running a car with that
It's a
LMG.
Rampage. Yeah, it's a Rampage.
A Rampage?
Yeah, Rampage is a strong weapon, right? Especially in a 3v3 setting. I think it's good to sit at the back with that one and just overlook your
Yeah,
teammates.
it's a nice suppressive fire,
Exactly.
Just add to the entire chaos that is the team fights that happen here in Apex Legends. Now it looks like they're rotating over to the city, which I think often has some of the most explosive firefights. There's just so many close quarters.
Yeah, we've all seen those Twitter clips of someone like 1vxing like half the lobby in like one of those those apartment buildings.
We've all tried it. We've all
Yeah, we've all tried. That's why there's so many people in the apartment buildings. You're like, I can hit a clip this time.
Absolutely. Every game you hop on, you're like, okay, I'm hot dropping right here. You die right away. You say, next game, this is
Next
my
game, do it
time to
again.
shine. And then it just, one game out of 20 maybe you'll pop off. But unless you're at the best of the best, like we're watching, it won't turn out too well for you.
And just looking at the minimap while one of the players has it pulled up, looks like the zone's gonna be going towards like the bottom left half of the map.
It's interesting. Usually don't see it go there. It's usually more towards the middle, but we'll see. They're gonna have to play closer to that lava area, so we might see that come into effect.
And it looks like they're fully looted up. They're ready to go find some other teams, contest loot, maybe load up some more for the end game to further their chances of winning the first game.
Yeah, they haven't encountered any other players yet. It seems to be just everyone's playing it safe, getting looted up before they take these big gunfights. Everyone's still rocking the base white level 1 shields, but they are doing pretty well on weapons right now.
Well, considering they landed a bit outside of any hot areas, their loot is not the best. Having those white shields, triple whites, is not something you really wanna see. You want to see those blue shields, those purple shields, and eventually those red shields, obviously. But if you're playing a more passive type of game, as we're getting shot at here, there's going to be a big fight coming out, big damage coming out on the Bangalore, but she's able to make that alive. Will look to get back and heal up. Two members of the Saints now dropping their shields as there's nice
Oh
damage coming
my
out in the top right
goodness.
corner. You can see those shots coming out, but it's a very intense
got
fight at the
one.
moment. There is the knockdown. Will the Saints look to push off that? The finish is going to come through, and that is a kill. Now it's a 3v2 coming out for the side of St. Clair. They all have the blue shields now, but I think they'll just choose to relax, heal up a little bit, as getting that one kill early has put them at a great pace to start the game.
Ramen Mate just hitting every single shot with the triple take, just dealing so much damage to the enemy shields. And looks like they're gonna take the high ground here and disengage for a little bit and try and recover their shields.
Yeah, Triple Take was doing work there in that fight. I think he pretty much downed 2 people there, or at least set up his team to be able to take them down.
Oh, looks like the first team was eliminated. Looks like the team was Team 9. I don't think we get the names of each team, so we don't really know who
Yeah, so
specifically
you
was.
don't want to, that would almost be bad for the other teams. You're like, okay, now I know Fury is out, so I don't have to worry as much. But speaking of the teams, I think U Ottawa is in the same round as us.
Yeah,
Or
it
in
looks
the same
yeah,
game right now.
Yeah, it looks like
same
they
group.
are. Yeah, same group,
So-
same lobby. There's also a bunch of other teams as well that are not as known. They're probably like
Yeah, it's an open
minor org. Yeah,
open
it's
entry,
open.
so
Yeah.
there's gonna be a variety of teams. But I just wanted to shout out the other collegiate team here with us, as you got to stand together when you're up against the best of the best.
Speaking of collegiate, when I was looking at the teams that were like signing up, I noticed there was one other school that also signed up. And it was North Carolina State University Red that also signed up. It looks like they aren't seated into our lobby for this game.
I mean, that's good. That you want to see the best teams signing up for these tournaments and maybe competing with these teams that don't really get to show out as much as they wish to. As we're going to see the Saints, they're going to find a team here. Shots are going to come down as Club's going to take a little bit of damage, but is going to be able to heal up. Also, Ramen has some drop shields as well. Take gets really, really low. Is he going to be able to get out of danger? Gets behind this rock. He does get knocked down. Will the Saints be able to get him back up and running? Looks like they will just try to stay alive for the time being, and they might just be leaving him alone for now, as he will be eliminated. The banner will still be there, but the other 2 members of the Saints choose to retreat as they did not have a good start to that gunfight.
Well, you have to keep in mind that the placement, I don't think the placement matters much, or like having a teammate down doesn't really affect your placement. Like, it'll make it harder to stay in the game, but it's better than risking it all just to keep him up.
It's all about staying alive.
Yeah.
And you
Keep the
can
dream alive.
always recover the banner. It stays up actually for a pretty long time in Apex Legends, so they could go somewhere else and in a minute just come back, pick up that banner, get the resurrect. Obviously, it won't be easy. That other team will surely be overlooking it, as elims are very, very hard to find in Apex Legends. But if the Saints can maybe figure out a player to get that banner back up and maybe go for the win in this first game, would be very good for them.
Over there, in case you need it.
Definitely. I have a strong feeling that the enemy team that killed him is just waiting there. They know they want to go and grab him, but they're going to make it as tough as they can. But it looks like,
Could I be going for it maybe?
yeah, the storm's that way anyway, so they're going to have to go there eventually.
It looks like we have roughly about 14 or 15 teams left in this game. So as the game gets smaller and smaller with the zone, they're gonna start fighting each other a lot more.
Yep, it's going to force everybody to get into the close quarters combat as it gets smaller and smaller. Right now, we're seeing he's just gearing up, building some shields, upgrading his shield, getting all the loot that he needs.
Oh,
Oh,
looks
but
like
a mobile respawn beacon, so his teammate got it. It looks like he's going for the respawn now.
But he's gonna spawn him with no loot
Yeah.
on him whatsoever. It looks like Ramen Mate has found a team and he's starting to fire at them. Looks like he's doing a good amount of damage as well, but he chooses to retreat for the time being.
But that's good though. He gets that purple shield unlocked. Will be on 4 bars now, close to that red shield. Not really close, but making his way towards that red shield, just putting in some shots against the enemy team. As we could see, he's going to be trying to shoot the person going up, hits him twice, does a bit of chip damage, but all 3 members on the Saints back alive. Tay getting resurrected there, as there's going to be shots coming out at the bottom there as well, but not the biggest gunfights yet. Chubb was able to find 1 shot there. Does he see a team maybe here on this beacon? He's looking around the corners. There's a team very, very far away. There are going to be some suppressing shots coming in there, but not managing to land anything, and I think the Saints will look to maybe rotate into a better position here, as they're in the middle of a couple teams.
So it looks like there's 12 squads left with 34 people remaining in the lobby. So there might be a couple duos and maybe a couple solos as well.
dwindling down just to a few people here. We're already down to only 30, so it's going to be a rough fight. Right now, they do have the high ground. They are in a good spot, and he's landing those shots with the 30-30 up there in the top right. Unable to find a kill, but he did do some nasty damage there. Now we're seeing the triple take. He's been doing work before. Will he find some knocks again? It's not looking like it, as he's just going to go to upgrade that shield a little bit further.
Yeah, Ramen will be able to have that purple shield now with that upgrade. That's going to be two members of the Saints having those purple shields. A very, very good mid game for them. They were able to find something after a bit of a slow start, especially losing a teammate. But now they're looking like they're in a very, very solid spot. They have this good high ground positioning, just kind of overlooking anything, but they will have to move towards that next zone. That's going to be the big crucial part, next big crucial part of this game. So let's see if they can take maybe a good high ground and hold it down against these upcoming teams.
Right now, they're probably going to have to just watch their backs as the ring is closing in. Teams are going to be flooding in through there. It looks like they found a team from the long range, getting some shots. Low, they're going to try and crack him there, but it doesn't quite land. They're just going to keep laying down fire, down range, and he cracks the shield, but unable to find the kill.
And looks like there's still only one person on our team for the Saints that still has the blue shield, unfortunately.
Yeah, struggling to find some enemies and just put down some shots. Pretty far away from the Evo as well, 243 damage if I'm not mistaken. So the red shields might be a bit rough there, but the other two members who do have that purple armor, we did see the shots coming out there. There was golden armor on the side of the enemy team, so the other teams also do have some pretty strong loot. It won't just be a cakewalk here, and it should get exciting now that we're in the kind of final stage of the game. The zone's getting really close, and there will be fire coming out everywhere.
It looks like they found a little nice spot to hide here under a bridge. Being the trolls, that'll make them pay the toll, and the toll is their life as they find a team. But will they take the engagement? They see them flying in, just keeping track of their location. It looks like they're going to play the stealth game here.
Yeah, we're about to see a lot of chaos coming within the next minute or two here, with looks like 10 teams remaining in this few final circles.
And we spoke about how important final positioning is, you know, getting that first, second, third place. Even if one member of your team just survives into that final battle, they should be good here with the circle. They're right on the edge. They made sure that they were in a good position before moving here, so they're chilling for now. But they will have to have a pretty big run to get into the next zone.
Yeah, they were just watching their back just to see if there's any other teams coming over that cliff to right on top of them, because you know, you never know, right?
Oh, I think they might have spotted someone here. No, they don't. They're going to try and move around very, very slowly around the outside of the circle, taking the safer approach. And if they can maybe find a straggler or two here, would be a very good fight for them. But there are going to be shots coming out from on top of the building. The team up there is probably the strongest team in the lobby. They're probably making sure that nobody gets to walk out in the open without getting shot. The Saints on the outside is trying to make sure that nobody's spotted.
A lot of ultimates come out right now. We're seeing the Horizon ult, we're seeing the Bangalore ult, and we're seeing all the grenades being thrown. A massive gunfight is happening here.
Take goes down though, Chubb is out of shields.
Yeah, they're all falling down. There's so much damage coming in, but I think they also got a guy down, so it might be 1-for-1. They might be able to take this fight. The shield battery comes out. He's all the way down though. Tay is out of the fight and needs to be revived. They do have a mobile respawn beacon if they can recover his banner.
That is going to be dangerous as there are shots coming out from the other side of the map. I believe Ramen Maid was able to get one kill with the Axiom Arc, is that, I think that's what it's
The
called?
Arc Star, yeah.
The Arc Star, that one. He was able to get one kill with that, so they do trade 1-for-1 in that huge gunfight. I think that's 2 kills now for the side of the Saints, but as you said, one member being dead, especially at this time, could be crucial to do the mobile respawn beacon, but I don't know if they'll be able to pick up that ban.
It's a big risk too, even if they use the mobile respawn. It takes a long time and alerts everybody as to where you are, and your teammate will come back with no loot to speak of.
Yeah, right now it's all about surviving, getting the highest placement possible for the Saints.
And just a quick note, some people can play controller, right?
Yes.
I think they all are. It looks like. Oh, one goes down again. Chubb stuck in the storm and is going to die to it, and that is the squad eliminated. They all fall down, and they placed 5th. Pretty good placement, but a little bit short of where you want to be.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than
Yeah.
than dying way earlier. They died within like the top 8, top 10.
It's such a good placement, but you know, when you're that close to victory, you're like, I wish I just got third or fourth, you know, or maybe even second or first. Just that whole top five, you're at the same skill level, just so close to winning it all. But nonetheless, they played amazingly this whole time.
And with that 5th placement, they got 4 points for the first game. So they're gonna look to get higher placement within the next 5 games that are remaining.
I mean, it's not really. It's a pretty good placement. I
Yeah.
would
It's good,
say.
yeah. It's not
Is-
bad at all.
Is it top 10 advance? Right? I believe it's top 10.
top 10 event. Just going to the format here. I'm
Oh,
pretty
top
sure
5 advance. I apologize, but yeah, top
Oh.
5.
top 5 advance. So
We got 5th. We got 2 kills as well on top of that. So it's not really. It's a good start. I would say there are
Yeah.
6 games. It is a marathon, not a sprint. So it's not really a bad start. I would just like to see the Saints kind of play like this team. Try and play a bit more in the middle. Take that space. Take those high grounds and just look over the other teams.
I can't help but notice this crypto has the gilded legendary sniper, the Kraber.
Yeah. That's a very strong
I thought
weapon.
you were gonna talk about his heirloom. I was like, he
No.
spent too much on Apex Legends. I was like, gonna call him out there, but yeah, that gilded sniper is looking clean. It looks like he's gonna take an engagement here on the roof, but he's not gonna quite find it.
There's 3 squads left. A very, very close circle. Let's see what team will be able to come out on top. They do have such great position in this building with that Creeper. Just one shot to the head will take out anybody. But they're just chilling in the middle of the zone and just waiting for another team to make a mistake.
I think this team has zone advantage, so they know they don't have to push. They can just wait for the other team to just go to them, so they don't really have to do anything.
And that's exactly what they are doing. They have the setup on full lockdown. They're making sure that nothing can happen to them, realistically. They just have, look, you can look at the screens, there's just nothing that can really go wrong for them at this moment, but Apex Legends can never let your foot off the gas. They know that there's at least one player on this yellow house. He has to push them right now because the zone is moving in. Let's see if they're able to find a kill. They're
my.
spraying him through the smoke. I think they get one knockdown there, but the rest of the team is able to make it alive. There's going to be a shield fully popped there, but able to stay alive. Can they find a finish on that one player inside of those smokes? You can't see anything at the moment right now. Everybody is smoked out. They're going to look to keep this position. That's the red shield getting cracked there. There's so much action going on, but no kills going down right there. Gets a great drop from Bangalore. Gets a nice little crack there as smokes are all over the map. There's going to be so much damage coming out, but there will be one person knocked down. The R99 spraying through there as well. Out of all of that action, you can see everybody dying in the top right corner. No idea what's going on. One person will get eliminated. The Kraber here. Will he be able to find anything on the bottom screen? The Bangalore is going to have to go huge here. Will he be able to get some healing as his teammates also on full HP? A quick shield swap,
no.
but that is the end of him. Someone behind him is able to take him out, and now it's 2 squads left. It's just Watson on zone, I believe, in at least a 1v1. He's going to be able to find a lot of damage there. Get the crack. The second player is going to push him. Gets the crack there as well. On 1 HP, Watson's going to have to find the shots here. Does find one, won't find the other, and will go down, and that is the game. That was an insane last circle
Wow.
fight.
That Watson almost clutched the entire game there
Almost.
for his team, but you know, those 2v1 at this high of a level, you'd expect it to go that way. But he put up an amazing fight.
Yeah, I saw it with I saw that squad had a lot of digi threats, which is the 1x scope that lets you see through smokes, like a thermal, so to speak.
Yeah.
So all those smokes really did play to their advantage, and they got a really good placement because of it.
Yeah, they used their abilities to full advantage of it. The Watson locked everything down. The Crypto didn't see him use his abilities too much, but I'm sure earlier in the game it really came in clutch to just scout out the
Yeah.
areas, make sure they're safe for the team.
I think his role as crypto was just for like information seeking, like how Seer was when he was meta a year or two back when he was still broken.
Yeah.
Everyone was complaining about him, but you know, now it's more, you know, a lot more variety nowadays.
Yeah, the balance is a little bit better now, I feel, with the legends. Of course, we still have some very, very strong legends. Like Bangalore is just always a mainstay. The ultimate's good, the smokes are good, and her passive is amazing as well. Just the speed boost from getting shot is great.
Yeah, and you know, a decent performance from our Saints. Fifth place is nothing to look down upon right now. They are moving on technically if it was all said and done, but there are 5 more games to play and 5 exciting ones at that, and hopefully our Saints can, you know, play their best and make it over to round 2.
Yeah, I'm just excited. I heard the Horizon might switch to a Catalyst next game, which could be interesting to see. But I think the Horizon was amazing. That ult came in clutch for that team fight there close to the end.
Yeah, it just reinforced the amount of nades that they had, all the arc stars, all the grenades, all the thermite grenades. Pretty sure that's what they're called.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of action to take in, but we're going to throw it to a very, very quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the second game. Welcome back, everybody. We're about to get started with game two. There are our players getting ready, getting locked in before we're dropping into the map. But how are we feeling after that first game? How do we feel about the Saints?
I'm feeling good. I think they just need to warm up, and this is the game where they're really going to pop off. They're going to get that high placement. They're going to get all the kills. I'm feeling confident, and I am believing. And it looks like we do have a bit of a switch up there. The person playing Conduit is playing Catalyst this game.
That's an interesting switch up. We'll have to see how it works out for our Saints. Obviously, they've practiced it many, many times, and they should be very, very good on this. They're going to look to drop in the same area as they did last time, try and find the chest around here, and then maybe rotate over towards that big city with the big players and the big loot.
Yep, it looks like they're dropping where they dropped last time. Seems to be a relatively safe drop. You don't get as much loot, a little bit less risk, and a little bit less reward. But I think the play worked out pretty well. It got them to the 5th placement. If they can just get a little bit better tools to play with here, I think they're going to be in it for the win. And now we're seeing a little bit of an engagement there in the top right, firing some shots off. Not going to find anything as no one wants to take a fight this early. And once again, the circle is looking to be closer to the bottom of the map.
45 seconds. Ring it. Heavy ammo here.
For instance, the Havoc, I'm pretty sure, instead of the triple take.
Yeah, it's looking like similar loadouts again. I want to see the Saints maybe a little bit more aggressive, look for maybe some early fights. Maybe not even like a full-on fight, but just look to poke out to get their shields up because second game in a row, yeah, I know the game just started, but they struggle to find these higher level shields, which will keep them alive in the long run. So I would love to see them maybe find like a team just rotating over, spray them down a little bit, get those blue and purple shields going, and just have a good setup for the late game.
And if you're not going to be taking those fights, you want to be going for those upgrade manufacturing modules there and replication. That's what they're called, right? Sorry, anyways.
I think so, yeah.
So you know what they are, the blue essence stuff. They upgrade your shields, get you the nice hop-ups that you need for your weapons. Those are going to be key, and it looks like they're going to one right now. Get a little bit of a head start on the shields.
Yeah, it looks like the Saints haven't really found any teams really, so they're just looting up, trying to get as best loot as they can, just to prepare for the next fight to come.
Not much else to do at this moment. If you know, it's very, very early into the game. There's not much to do. How many? I don't know if any squads have been eliminated yet. Doesn't look like it, but there are.
Seen some fights there.
There's some fights going on in the kill feed.
Oh,
as
there's
I
a
said.
team.
And there's the first team to go. So, right as I say that,
The caster curse.
exactly, action goes down. But if we look at the mini-map, we could see at the bottom there, the zone is not in their favor again. They're going to have to rotate all the way across just like they did, had to last game. So unfortunately for them, but I would like to see them rotated a little bit early. They have their pretty good loot. They all have those blue shields. So if they can find a good position inside that zone and keep rotating early, could be a very, very good placement for them.
Yeah, the sooner they can rotate, the sooner they can start looking for chances to catch some teams out that are mid-rotate, so to speak.
Exactly. That's kind of what happened to them last game. They were just all over the place in that final zone. They didn't really have a secure position. And as they tried to get in, they just got sprayed down. So they want to be the team spraying the other teams down, and they're going to look to do so in this game.
Yeah, they also didn't have the high ground last game as well, like that one team that was in the tower. Yeah, they had the high ground advantage, so to speak.
Yeah, they had to push the watchtower there and got gunned down as they're running to the next objective. It looks like going into this little train station here, grabbing some more loot, not seeing anybody taking any engagements, but they are getting some decent upgrades to their guns. And in this city, it's always so dangerous because you don't have the long sight lines. If there's a team nearby, they could be in the building. You would just never know. So you could turn a corner and meet your demise. You got to play it safe. You got to play with your team. You got to play it careful.
And you could see how careful they really are, even before just running through the door, looking out there to make sure there's no random people just staring them down. They do have pretty decent loot. Only the blue shield still for all three members that they haven't really seen anyone, but Other than that, they have ammo, they have utility, they have everything they need. I think now is the time for them to maybe get into some prime positions and just look for some fights to really put themselves ahead before that late game comes into play.
And now they're out in the open. They can get shot at. They have to keep their wits about them here and make sure they're aware, looking out for any potential enemies. But I have a feeling that they're going to be good. But you got to be so careful because as soon as you let your guard down, that's when you start to falter. And now it looks like they're going to pass through this little canyon here, and then they'll be in the next area.
I don't know, they're looking around for someone. They're gonna ping where they want to go, but they do get shot, so there is a team looking directly at them. Can they spot out where those players are? It was from a pretty long distance. He didn't take too much damage with 2 shield bats, or shield cells will have to be popped there. Bangalore will use the smoke as Saints are playing pretty aggressive, looking to make up a lot of space. Gonna be looking for this enemy team. Can they spot them out anywhere? There are some things going down and shots going down as well. They do get some tags. That is a blue shield, so the enemies are not the most geared as well. This is going to seem like an even fight, and let's see if Saints decide to push or kind of chill out a bit with their ARs.
Yeah, it looks like they're choosing to chill right now. Just check their flanks, even when it's pushing from behind them, where they came from. And it looks like no one really did, so to speak. Man, I've said that 3 times. I gotta stop saying that.
Yeah. It seems just like they're taking the long range, but now, just as I say that, it looks like they're zip lining in, trying to take a little bit of a closer position, but they're not going to take that engagement over there in that house. They're going to go to the Sulphur Lake area and try and take a better engagement because they don't really have snipers. They have the 30-30 and the G7, but those are long range, but not snipers.
They're like mid. They're like more like meant for like mid range, right?
Yes.
Trying to pick fights with other teams. Not really for like like the one
Cross
shot
map,
kill.
yeah.
Cross map like 360 no scope.
Yeah, maybe we'll see them use the Kraber this time. We didn't see them grab one last time. It's a super strong gun if you're comfortable with it.
And if you could find it in one of
That's
those pods that
The-
comes
the
in every now and
drops.
then. Yeah, the drops.
Yeah, we haven't seen them go for any drops yet. They're kind of just playing it safe, playing by the rules, not taking any major risks. So we'll see if that changes as we get further into the map.
I mean, in a tournament like this where points are so important, I think playing less risky might be beneficial unless you already did poorly in your previous few games and you need to play aggressive. I think the Saints have realized that they just play safe, go around the corners of the map, just make it into the zone. If they get top 5 every single game, they'll be on through to the next round. In a game like Apex, even if you're really good team, something could always go down. You could always get third partied in the middle of a fight and just get eliminated early, and that would be terrible for your standing. So our Saints just decide to play it a bit more passive, a bit more safe, and seems like it's been working out for them so far. They're able to make their way around the edge of the circle. Should be able to make it to the zone here, and not too many squads left, 17 to be fair, but there is going to be shots coming. I don't know if it'll be a full-on fight, but it is red shield if I'm not wrong there. That is very dangerous for the Saints. They're going to look to rotate away from that team because they do have the high ground, and they're going to choose to not fight them there.
Yeah, the other team had a pretty disgusting pixel angle on them because we could barely see their heads, and they were shooting at us with clear line of vision.
They use the evac tower, but that's going to alert everybody as to where they are and where they're going, but it looks like they're going to drop on the team, pick the fight. They're saying, that guy had a red shield, I don't want to deal with him, I'll take my chances with this other team. Now they're going to take the close quarters, the indoor fight potentially, splitting around the corners, trying to take good positions, keeping it stealthy, keeping it safe, making sure they're not going to get routed from behind. Now they're taking their spots. There is the Catalyst ability holding down the door. They're going to go in. They're indoors. Will they find the team? There it is. There's bullets flying. They spray it down. Not land anything, though. He's around the corner. He has to push this carefully around the consoles here. Going to go in through the door into the middle area. Go back. Check the back here. No one's coming through. Looks like they have the indoor area secured.
And from up here with this 30-30, Chubb should be able to just poke out any enemies that he does see through there. They are just outside of the zone, so they won't be able to stay here forever. But as of right now, this is a very, very strong position for the Saints, and I think this is very, very good from them. They can just see any gunfights going on anywhere near them and just poke away. They don't really have to take full engages, as Ramen is in a gunfight there, gets taken down to 1 HP, is able to stay alive and will pop that shield battery, maybe just not getting the better of his enemy there at the long range, but is able to stay alive, and that's what's so good about this high ground position. Even if they do take bad trades, if they're able to stay alive, they should be able to heal up. And there's going to be a nice little kill from Chubb, only needing one shot there to kind of steal that one away from his enemy. We'll be very thankful for that one. Now 119 damage away from evoing that shield. Does get tagged up a little bit, but if he is able to find a few more shots there, would get the evo, will not find it there. But a very good kill for the side of the Saints, as there's someone inside in the top left who could see the one-on-one gunfight going over there. The shots will be coming out. Will that be a knock? Yes, there will. That's one more kill for the side of the Saints. They're going to throw the nades to try and get that finish. Will be a very big elimination for them. They won't be able to pick it up just yet. As I say that, he does go down. So 2 elims now for the Saints, but a lot of gunfighting going on inside this building.
Yeah, there's so much chaos right now, but they're holding it down very, very well, getting kill after kill, racking up those points. But as they draw so much attention to themselves, more and more players are going to try and get the best of them.
Yeah, the Saints, they're using the windows in this little like launch facility, so to say, to their advantage, because they can't shoot through those. It's basically a clear like riot shield, so to speak.
It's a nice fortress that they have here,
Yeah.
using the openings here to full effect. He's playing the long range as well, super, super well. As you can see, another team got eliminated for only 14 squads left, 42 players left in the game. It's getting riskier and riskier as this circle gets smaller and smaller. It looks like they're going to have to rotate within the next 20 seconds out of their fortress.
They're doing some quick math. Looks like there's no solos, just doing the math. 13 teams, 42 people, and oh my.
Hyper-aggressive play here. Going to use the ult here. Now they're going to try and spray him down the corner there. Not going to quite get him, though. Just to get out now. Going back and forth. There's the Horizon ult. They got one. They're spraying it down. Did they get the kill? They got the knock. Are they going to get another? No, they're not. They're going to have to back out.
Ramen's
Rotate
down.
over. Ramen is down. They're going to throw in another ability there. Try and do something. Try and assist their team any way they can. And now they're going to shot from behind there. They all fall down. What placement did they get? 12. That is not where you want to be. You want to be at least top 5, because now they have to play a little bit more aggressive next game to make up for this one.
Yeah, very unfortunate timing for the Saints, just having a team roll up right on top of them. Oh.
Yeah, just roll up on, jump scare them like that. Out of nowhere. Just jump scare them out of nowhere. That's just battle royales. You know, you're taking an amazing gunfight, having the time of your life, and then someone says, well, this is a great opportunity for me. Just like they stole kills earlier, like we saw it happened to you. That's just the nature of the game.
And we did have a little update from Game 1. After Game 1, our Saints were in 6th position with their placement being 5th and able to get 2 kills. But after this game, I think they got 2 kills as well this game, but a 12th placement will put them down in the rankings. And, you know, only top 10 do continue on after 2 games. They won't be looking too hot, so maybe we'll see our Saints play way more aggressive, look for those early kills, as they'll desperately need points to get into that top 10.
Yeah, I think as we get closer to the 6th and final game, they'll look to be getting more and more desperate as we go on throughout the day.
It matters on their placement. If they get like a 1st and a 1st, then they'll probably relax, but the way things are looking, these are tough lobbies, and it's no walkthrough to say the least. You could see a team already with full red armor. When the Saints fought them, they were very heavily stacked. They did get those early aggressive kills. It's just an unfortunate team to run into at that point in the game.
But hey, it makes it more exciting when you're the underdog, when your back's up against the wall. You just have to play that much harder, and I'm excited to see them push themselves to their fullest here. Their fullest potential will be on display in the coming rounds.
Well, I think that's it for our Saints, so let's pay attention to this game. Let's look at some teams. The team in 10th is Hot Dog Boys. Last game, they were able to get 7th place, and they get 3 points for that. But everyone up above that, it's still very, very close. Obviously, after one game, a lot of teams. We have MNK Andes, ANC outplayed, aim assist made, and our Saints as the 6 through 10 place teams, just trying to hold on. But obviously, after this game, this list that I just said will be fully flipped upside down, as we just saw at Saints place 12. Not too sure on how the other teams did just yet, but we will know pretty soon, as there's a huge fight going on here. Horizon taking so much damage, but is able to pop that shield bat and heal all the way up. Nice little headshot coming out there. Is there going to be a push? Another body shot there. Now they're surely going to push this team. There's going to be a lot of damage going on down onto that Bangalore. Are they able to find the shots? Missing a couple, but so many shots hit with the wingman. Horizon will go down, will find a trade. Bangalore is still full HP, and so is Conduit there. They will have to help this Horizon up. They're going to be able to rotate over some shots going down there with the R99. The Resurrect will come through from that Bangalore. There it is. It will be up, but will be taking down the Conduit on solo HP. Will be on the ground, has the self-revive, is trying to pop that one as we speak. The smokes come out. There's going to be the Horizon forced to push, but will be taking a bit of damage as she flies through the air. Able to find the headshot, body shot with a wingman. One more shot, should be able to find that kill. Will be able to do a great play there by the Horizon. Bangalore will heal up to full, and they should probably get a Resurrect going on that Conduit.
Yeah, that was the squad there. Just a one last wingman shot in the chamber. They managed to land it, and now they get their whole team back up. 5 squads left. They're doing amazing right now.
7 kills on this Horizon, having a great performance, and whatever this team is, obviously we can't see, but they are doing great for themselves in game 2 and setting themselves up for success.
Yeah, successes are on the horizon for them, but it's not going to be an easy way to get the first place finish. But wow, with shots like that, you just might be able to do it. Landing all these wingman shots, and they still have some left in the chamber. We're going to reload real quick. Going to take the engagement, so their team is rushing in. Horizon needs to go and meet them there. Pushing that last person. They have no shields, I believe, when they shot. It was just flesh, no shield to save them.
There gets the corner.
And they get taken out in record time. An entire squad taken out by the Horizon there.
And that's what happens when you're playing that safe around the outside of the circle, as they're going to be pushing another team. There's a knock already on this ground. This team just seems to be running through everyone. There's a player behind us, Rock. Will they be able to find him? Climbs up. Is going to be able to fly up. The red shields are there. Will get cracked, but will be able to make it out of dodge there. Bangalore is able to find a kill there onto an Horizon. And it's a 1v1. 2 squads left. Let's see who can get it done. Horizon taking a lot of damage there. Bangalore also taking a lot of damage. They will be able to find one knock, but it will be traded back. Now it is either a 2v2 or a 2v1 situation. There is a knock here onto the Bangalore. The shots will be coming out from the wingman, but they won't be able to find anything there. There's going to be the ultimate coming down behind them. Have to be careful for those missiles, as they'll be able to stay alive. And they have the advantage, I believe. If they can get a res onto this Bangalore, they'll be looking very, very good in this situation.
Swapping the weapons here.
Yeah, they're all running out of ammo at this point.
They
Nice
definitely
quick
are.
swap. Oh, the Horizon gets the res here. The Catalyst wall is up though. Now they have to push in. They find one. He's getting really, really low. Will he land his shots in through the smoke? Can't really see what's going on here, but it looks like they got the win, I believe.
Of course, they got the win. All 3 members alive. That is a statement game from that team. I have no idea what the team is, but looking at the standings, I would assume it's Ape Gang, who after first game got 17 kills in their win. So a very, very strong performance from them there. And yeah, let's see.
It could be ExoClan as well. They weren't too far behind. Sure, they're 6 kills away, but second place is still pretty good. But we will see as they tally up the progress for the next game, right?
I just wanted to make a note. They had control of zone during those final moments, but they chose to push that one team that was against the wall, basically, just not giving them any options.
Yeah, that's the best way to play. When they had the loot advantage, they shot them, they saw they have no armor. They said, guys, we're all red armor. This is 3 free kills for us. Why would we not go pick this up? They go, they take it, they move back into the middle of the circle, and they're able to find the victory there. A great performance from them.
Yep, and I'm wondering where the Saints will be placed after this game. You can see the last game they were placed 5th, because they placed in 5th, but Going into the next one, it might be a little bit of an uphill climb. Gonna have to try and play for more kills, a little bit better placement. And it's just gonna be overall tougher.
Yeah, still not over for the Saints. They still have a few more chances to make it to top 5 or even top 10. I'm pretty sure it's top 10, right? That advance from round 1.
I believe it's top 5.
I
Top
believe it's
five?
top 5 as well.
In round 1. That's what I heard. But you could see our
Yes,
players.
top 5.
They are locked in. Our players, they're definitely talking about strategy. They're definitely guys, we did this wrong. We did this wrong. Let's try and do this in this next game. Probably gonna see a drop. Probably in the same area, I would say. Still, game 3 is not really a time to panic. There's still 4 more games left on the board. You can't really get desperate yet, but if the results aren't coming in, the later the games go, the more desperate they will have to get, and they'll have to play aggressive, find these kills early. Can't really play around the circles like they have so far.
One advantage you do get when you do get eliminated out a little bit earlier is that you get to watch the other teams play. You get to analyze their tactics, their strats, what ultimates they combo. It's all going to be relatively the same. There's only so much you can see, but that is a little bit of extra strategy you do get over them.
Without a doubt. And our Saints, look good in game 1, but they're still playing pretty passive, I would say. Only 2 kills in each game. One of them getting kind of delivered to them, which was
Yeah.
pretty nice for them. But other than that, they're just choosing to play safe. We could see the team that we were just watching did not play safe, played full aggressive. As soon as they found an opportunity where they had an advantage, instantly pushed that. So I think our Saints probably were watching that game, could learn from that a little bit and just put the pedal to the gas and just go 100%.
Yeah, they might start looking for more contested areas to get a few more kills, a lot more loot, get more upgraded shields.
Gotta do the gambit, all or nothing. Put it all on black and see if it pays off. So with that, I think we're gonna throw it to a quick break, but we'll be right back with the third game after a quick break. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Apex Legends TELUS Arena. We're going into our third round,
Our third game.
our third game. Yes, games and rounds. I get the big stuff. It's our first Apex tournament, so bear with us. But we are enjoying it all the same. It's so exciting to watch as the numbers dwindle down. The Saints placed pretty amazingly the first game, but now their back is up against the wall. They're going to have to try and get back to that at least the fifth placement here. And now I'm joined once again by Tommy and Theo. Theo, are you excited for this next game?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what the Saints choose to do here. Will they choose the same kind of drop, the passive type of playstyle, or will they choose to go a bit more aggressive now that they kind of messed up last game? 12th position, not too good. Need to be top 5 to qualify. And they were outside the top 5 after the first game. After the second game, things are definitely going to be looking a bit rough for them. But still, 4 games to go. No hope is lost. There's still so much Apex to play. And I think if they just turn it up a notch a little bit, as we're going to be on the different map, right?
Yeah, Storm Point, I
Storm
believe.
Point, that's the one,
And
yeah.
this is going to be interesting. Maybe this map switch up is what they need to really lock in and get the placement that they need. Once again, they're going for quite a far drop. They're actually flying quite away here, but maybe that's what they want, to get a little bit of a safer drop, get the loot before they take these fights.
I think that's how the Saints just have their game plan panned out. That's how they have played this game for a while, and I think that's the way they've practiced it. Going for these safer drops on the outside of the map and just playing for that position. They see there's a team over to their right, but that is quite a bit far away. They're going for a very, very far away drop, but hopefully they get the good loot. They find the things that they need to succeed, and hopefully they can make it pretty deep in this game.
And we're seeing a switch back to the conduit, because I think that was working a little bit better from the Catalyst. Didn't really see full utilization in the last game. It was strong, but I think conduit right now is just the stronger pick. You're seeing some good guns come out of the woodwork already. We're seeing a Mozambique being picked up. We're seeing the longbow and a flatline as well. Mozambique did get buffed. It's a lot better than where it was at launch.
How much better is it?
I don't know, Tommy. How much better is it? I think it's amazing, personally. It's good for the close range chaotic gunfights. You can just hip fire it and it'll land the shots. Not the best for
I
getting
mean,
kills,
I
though.
actually used to pick up Mozambique, even though it wasn't like the best thing, but it was something, right?
Yes.
Something is better than nothing. When you're like
True.
just landing in, you gotta find something to fight for your to stay alive.
I think the Mozambique is in a good place right now. I think it does what it's supposed to do. It's a quick sidearm that can do some quick burst damage, and it just is easy to land the shots if you need to close out a kill real quick up close. There are better guns, of course, like the Volt and the other G7 Scouts and 3030. Those are probably the top of the line ones that you want, but overall, they have some decent guns in hand. Now they might be able to take some gunfights here.
Yeah, you know, they saw that one team land to the right of them. That is who they're looking for right now. They do not want to get snuck up on and get another bad placement, as there's going to be shots coming. We have the purple shield for Ramen made very early on. That's a great start for him there. And let's see if they're able to find this team and make the aggression. You can see they're playing passive. They're not looking to push this team. They don't really want to fight. They kind of just want to stay alive on the outskirts here and have a good time, as Ramen does have the purple shield, as I just stated. Very good for him. Far away from that purple evolution. And there's not going to be really a big fight. Just a bit of poke coming out from both teams. As you can see, the rainbow up there. Very nice above the rocks up there.
Yep. And above that rainbow is going to be a drop. I think that's going to be a Prowler heading down soon. So they might go for that if they want to be a little bit riskier. The Prowler, always a good gun, especially when it's in those boxes. It is just busted here. Wait on the smoke. Just keep crafting away. As you can see, they're making as many shield batteries as they can, because those are going to come in clutch later on.
They want to be looted up for these mid to late game skirmishes, so that's the plan they've gone for. Avoid all early fights at all costs, get the loot, and just kind of survive, it feels like. So it is an interesting strategy. Worked out for them in game 1. Game 2 weren't so fortunate. Game 3 here, very far away from all the action, so they won't have too many dangerous encounters, but I do believe they've spotted out a squad here. Will they choose to push them, or will they choose to maybe go around? I think they're going for the more aggressive route, as they're going to be trying to sneak up on them in this water. Let's see if they can find anything.
Yeah, they can't really take long range engagement right now. They do only have 1x scopes compared to like a 3x or a sniper scope.
The sonar is going to come out from the Bloodhound. They know where they are, and they are in this building here. Go in, try and scout it out, play it slow, play it safe. Tay found one, he's pinging them. They know where they are. Can he open this up for his team? Can they find some opening here? They're just right now locking down every entrance and exit to this house, trying to find them on their spark here. But now they're going in. There's the shield from the conduit, going to keep Chubb popping healthy. Pop a shield battery of his own for that temporary shield goes down. Sonar coming out once again from the Bloodhound, trying to see through these smokes as they flood out the area. You can't really see much, but one's on the other side. They're taking the horizon all the way up to the cliff, and I think they're going to dip out as they're having a tough time with this fight.
Yeah, you can see the Saints trying to pull the trigger somewhere, but just don't really do anything. Kind of just stand on top there and get shot at. Now they're forced to run for their lives. That could have been a huge 3 kills for them, and that would have been a team eliminated if they played maybe a bit more decisive. Maybe throw some nades in there and just try and find something, but they just couldn't get anything to go, and the other team was able to peek out at the right place at the right time, get some poke shots onto the Saints, so they will back out. Let's see if maybe these teams will meet again. I believe they're the only 2 teams on even this side of the map, so that was a very important engagement that didn't lead too much. Just a bit of shield evos coming out for both teams, and they both walk away scot-free.
I think maybe their game plan here is to get to the edge of the ring and put the other team in a little bit more of a disadvantageous state. Make them rush them rather than rush in towards them. Play the defense instead of the offense. And I think that's their game plan here as they arrive at the edge of this circle. Taking the PvE fights now, fighting these monsters as they come out of their own nest, their hive. Now, like a hive mind, the Saints are aligned, thinking as one, moving towards their next objective.
I think their lack of nades prior to that fight was what caused them to not take that fight, because they only had maybe 1 thermite grenade, and that was really about it. No frags, no arc stars whatsoever. So they just took the safe approach, just dip out, find more nades, and potentially look to re-engage once again when they have more utility.
You're in a tough spot here because you do want to get these kills. You need to play a little bit more aggressive, but you cannot risk getting knocked out this early in the tournament, because if you get another low place, you might as well be done. So they want to place at least higher, play for kills. It's a tough choice.
And one thing I want to say, we haven't said this today, each kill is worth 1 point. So that's something to keep in mind. Each kill is worth 1 point. So having high kill games could make up for a bit of a worse placement, but I believe they do spot out a team here, and probably is the same team they fought earlier. There's going to be a lot of damage coming down there. The shield bat will be popped, but 2 members of the Saints just dropping to low HP, having to pop the shield bat as the other team is doing a great job of poking them out. Now in the zone, we'll have to pop that med kit as well, but everyone is able to stay alive for the time being, and you know, having a bit of a rough time here, the Saints are, but they are able to stay alive and keep all 3 members alive, which is the most important thing at the end of the day. So no matter how rough things get, if they can just maneuver their way around this zone, get a good placement, but there is going to be a knock going down there. He should be able to make it out alive. Will he be able to make it around this corner? Will the other team just decide to fall on push? He has no help from his teammates, and it looks like he might just be getting left for dead as the other 2 members of the Saints choose to get out. We've seen this before. We'll see it again as there's going to be shots coming down on scope. There's on 1 HP on that. Is going to be able to survive there on 1 HP, so close from Chubb there. Will he be able to make it out on that angle, or is he able to pop that smoke again?
Oh, no med kit.
He has no medkit, as you just said. No way to heal up that HP, and 1 bullet from anyone could take him down. He is desperately going to need to find some loot. He's going to be looking for it. There's a
syringe.
I mean, it's better than nothing. His teammate might be able to drop him something as well if he has anything. Does Tay have any extra heals? He does not. but there
Oh,
is a
there's a
med kit right as we asked for it. Chubb, though, will be getting shot. Has to be really, really careful. Still on low HP. Will be able to make it out alive. And, you know, after all of that chaos, Saints have 2 members alive. They will be able to recover, recuperate. There's a Phoenix kit. That's kind of nice for a bit later into the game, but they'll be able to recuperate so close to the next Evo for Chubb and Tay. Still both on the blue shields pretty deep into the game. 12 squads left, but they are able to make it out alive after all that chaos.
Yeah, we see the Phoenix kit get used here, try and get back up to max. Poor Ramen Maid, though, gets taken out and probably not going to get revived as he's halfway across the map. Now they are near a revive beacon. If they use that evac tower to fly over, grab that banner, they might be able to get him back up. But with about 20 seconds left, it's most likely not going to be in the cards for them. Now they do get a drop though, and there's a wingman. That's going to be a big pickup, a big upgrade. They need any kind of boon that they can get here going forward. And now the circle getting so tiny here. 11 squads left. They are doing better than they did last game, but only by a squad.
Did they get any kills this game? I don't believe they have. So I think last game they, mathematically speaking, they had a better game. They had 2 points. As 11th is how many points?
Game's not over yet,
game's
though.
not
They
over
could
yet.
still get 2 kills and do a little bit better.
I mean, they are on track for a better game. You are completely correct with that because they are alive.
Yeah, they're going to play for placement here for sure. They can't really take team fights anymore. They have no shields to speak of. They're down a teammate. They do have a wingman, but that's all they have going for them. And you need to hit those headshots with this wingman or else it's not going to do you much good.
It looks like they have the zone right on top of them. They just need to look for stragglers just to get some better quality loot, because right now they're looking pretty dry.
Yeah, no drip to speak of. Low shields. It's looking like this might be a drown as they are stuck here in the forest. Not a great position to be in. They're trying to find some way to hide. I think they're going to split up in case one of them gets caught out. It's going to nestle in these rocks. That's a nice
good one.
hiding spot.
That's a good rat spot. It will be hard to find him there, and probably will have the crossfire with his teammate just in case things go south. But as you said, no real shields, no,
Nothing.
nothing to do really. All they can do is just sit here and wait for people to die. As you said, in the 2v3 gunfights, without the shields, it's just going to be just a tiny bit too hard to pull off. So I think the fact that they're just chilling out in these corners is the correct play.
Yeah, the real saving grace right now is whoever has the red wingman being able to land those crucial headshots with the Skullbreaker modification on that gun.
Yeah, that hop-up does so much work. It is deadly. It's probably the fastest killing gun in the game if you can hit those headshots. And that's a big if. It's hard to hit such accurate shots in the chaos that is the gunfights in Apex. They do have 2 ultimates to their name, so maybe they can make something work, something swing their way if they do have to take these fights. But the squads are seemingly at a standstill right now. Still 11 squads. None have dropped in the time that we've been talking.
And a quick little update from our scoreboards. Our Saints are in 8th place after that second game, so not dropping too much from 6th to 8th, considering they got 12th position. They'll be very, very happy with that. And how this third game is going, they seem like they're going to make it pretty deep into those final top 5, 6, 7, hopefully. And even after losing a member early, they're going to be looking for those shots early. There's going to be a knock coming down with that wingman. They need to find this finish. Will they be able to get it? Tay is trying to find it, but he is getting shot at. He's on 1 HP here. Will he be able to get the kill? No, he does go down. It's all up to Chubb. All alone. Has to play for his own life here. Cannot really take the fight here, but he's gonna choose to throw out the nades. That's doing so much damage. Chubb is gonna, though, survive with his life. Was not able to get that finish as well, so that's not a kill.
Back to the spot.
Not a kill on the board, and back to this spot, as you said. Well, if anyone checks this, it might be wraps for him. The person he did knock down, I think, is getting revived behind that shield right in front of him, but he needs to play this positioning, especially after a rough last game. If he just is able to get into that good position, he will get some crucial points for the Saints. There's now only 9 squads remaining.
I don't think they know where he is right now, because I don't think any team saw him go into a little hiding spot.
He only has 1 minute left, though. This spot is going to have to rotate a little bit further over to the right, where all the enemies await him. But they are in a decent spot right now. As you can see, the squads are just falling right now.
I think he's barely outside of the zone, so I think he might have just to shift a little bit up closer
You're
to
right.
the edge.
I think he's inching. He's
So-
trying to find somewhere.
If he can move up without being seen, that's like huge for him in the Saints in terms of placement.
7 squads left. So much gunfighting going around, but Chubb is just able to sit back
Gameplay.
in these corners and just stay alive. And sometimes that's what the game is. Sometimes things just don't go your way, and you gotta figure out a way to maneuver and just sneak your way into those high placements. These are going to be crucial points for the Saints after struggling after game 2. They'll be, not too happy, but not too upset with how this game has gone so far.
See him looking at the explosions up there like, gosh, I hope no one throws an ultimate my way, because if a missile lands on me, I can't move, it's over.
There's a good chance though that no one checks his spot, considering there's 7 squads left. So the chance of them fighting each other and him just sitting back, relaxing, just staying alive is
What's he doing here?
chance. Oh no.
Okay, that's a play. Will he get a kill? Will he get anything here? Is that the right decision to make? He's gonna go for something. He sees somebody. Someone definitely knows
he
where
got
he is
spotted.
now.
Uh-oh.
And he's detected.
Sonar and Bloodhound.
Uh-oh!
He's been found out. Will he get a kill on his way? But no, he will not. Ooh, that was a risky ultimate. And just wondering where their placement was. There's probably 6th as there's 5 squads left.
It was a 7th, I believe. Yeah,
You're right,
because
7th.
the team was eliminated right after them. Unlucky, just that tiny bit of timing could cost them a point. But we see the Horizon and Bangalore here having that red and purple armor. Very, very strong. It is only 2 of them, though, as their Bloodhound then go down. They do find one with red shield as well. They do find the knock. There's 3 people here. Can they take the 3v2? One person does get down. It's all up to this Bangalore, but in the 1v3, just not having enough firepower, will go down. And just like that, about 15 crates on top of that person. And now it's going to be 3 squads left. This Horizon all on their lonesome. 2 of his teammates are knocked down. They are able to find enemies, though. Shooting down, that's 156 damage. If you could throw a nade in that little area, it would just pop off. Horizon just tanking the shots as he's able to get the full shield bat through. Now he's going to look for the push. Finds the shots there. That's going to be Elam. 2 squads left. He knows exactly where the enemies are coming from. But do the enemies know that there are 2 teammates that are knocked down on his side? He is going to try to stay alive, but he will start to get pushed. The red armor is there. Nice shots coming out there from the Horizon. Will he be able to take the first one down? No, he has to reload. And that is going to be the game. Game 3 is over. Congratulations to the winner. That was an absolutely crazy endgame. That one little area had about 10 death boxes. The whole lobby seems to be hiding under that. But a 7th place finish from our Saints. I don't think it'll move them too far up or down in the standings. So probably going to be around that 8th or 7th area after 3 games. Not the worst start for them.
I don't think they got any kills, though, which
No.
might affect their placement. 7th, not the best, not the worst. They're probably going to be hovering around the same area. But they are in a spot, I think, where they could still potentially move on here if they have a really good next game.
Yeah, I think they'll have to get a lot of kills within the next couple of games to catch up to make it into that top 5 spot to be able to advance to the next round.
They're going to have to do their absolute best here and hope that they don't get caught off guard like they seemingly have been the last few times.
Yeah, and I think kills are a crucial part for this tournament structure. If you get 12 kills in a game, that's the same thing as a first place. So there are the teams at the top who have been getting, like Ape Gang in the first 2 games have 25 kills. That's more than 2 first place finishes. That is a great way to play, I think, and just playing with that aggression and a positive mindset is, I think, just the best way to play Apex Legends in this structure.
Yeah, it gives them a little buffer just in case they don't go first in the future games. Like if they go like 2nd or 3rd, it doesn't really affect their placement too much.
Absolutely, and the kills will be crucial. A bit of a rough second and third game after pretty decent first game. So hopefully our Saints can pick it up a little bit because they definitely want to make it to the next round.
Yeah, I think you might want to go for a gamble in the next couple of rounds, drop a little bit of a hotter spot, try and get a few early game kills, because those are just straight up gunfights. No one really has any good loot at that point. You just grab a gun and start spraying, and hopefully you win if your teammates are close by. But with that said, you guys have any thoughts before I throw it to a quick break?
I mean, I don't really know what much to say. Maybe they could change up their team comp. What do you
Yeah.
think? What do you think is maybe like a someone they could pick up
I
that would
think-
be like, oh, like this could help them a lot. Like maybe like a Bangalore or something, just to find enemies and get those
Maybe
kills.
maybe a Gibraltar, you know, just
They've
for
been
the
running Bangalore
shield.
the entire time.
Yeah, Bloodhound. I mean, sorry,
Yeah, Bloodhound.
brain a bit.
I feel like a Gibraltar could be good, you know, just have that little bit of extra defense, throw down a shield, take some more ground here, because the Horizon's all right, but it's not really doing much for them. They keep getting shot from long range. It's been decent in some fights. The Conduit, I think they should stick with. It's been amazing. Bangalore is good as well. I think it's just that Horizon, the
that
Catalyst.
defense.
Yeah, the defense, they're kind of just lacking.
It's like they can't really utilize the Horizon to the full extent if they're not going to be able to reinforce their back or their defenses. And with the Gibby, they can play the peekaboo game basically.
Yep. Yep. And that little bit of extra tankiness might be what their team needs. But overall, we'll see if the team comp changes at all after a quick break. Oh. Hello, everybody! Welcome to Apex Legends TELUS Arena. We're going into the fourth and final round. It's all or nothing. Will the Saints qualify or won't they? We will find out soon enough. We're here at Legends Select. We're just loading in now. We can see our players there. Tay, Chubb, and Ramen Maid. I just want to point out the little Nessie plushie that they have there. It's so cute.
Very nice.
That will guide them to victory. That's who we're playing for. That's who we're trying to keep safe, protect. But here we are at Stony Point, our final round. Could be all or nothing here.
Yeah, let's talk about the huge updates that we just got. Last game, so only 4 games per round, and only the top 5 teams advance. At the end of the second game, the Saints were in 8th place. They were just able to get a 7th place placement, but no kills, so they need a big game here. They need to drop in pretty hot and find some kills. Otherwise, they won't be making it to the next round. But by the look of things, they're going for the exact same strategy they just had last game. They're going to go for the very, very deep drop and look for the placement, but I don't know if this is the play here. When
But
they
looks
need to
like
desperately
looks like Tay's on a different legend this time around.
win. Yeah, it
Looks
is.
like
on-
Watson, I think.
No, that's Conduit.
Oh, it's still
Again,
Conduit.
I think it's the same comp that they're running. The one that's gotten them the furthest. You know, I think that switch up with the Catalyst was really what got them down there in the rankings. Now they're back to their bread and butter. Here we are, a triple take and a Nemesis off the bat. The triple take. We've been seeing some good stuff.
1 minute.
Whenever
Rings
our
nearby.
Saints have that in their hands.
It's going to be another very safe drop. I don't know if there were any teams around this area, so the Saints will get absolutely all the loot.
Do you think they landed like next to the hot drop? I think it's
They
a
need-
little
they need
bit
to loot.
away, but it's relatively close, so they are in a position where they could get kills if they can just rotate over.
Yeah, they need to loot it as fast as possible, then start trying to get as many kills as they can in order to solidify the chance of making top 5 out of the round.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very hard to do, especially after the first 3 games. You know, it was a very good start for us. 5th place, a couple kills, looking very, very good on those scoreboards. But after that first game, it just seems like we got caught in the mid game somewhere, unfortunately, and just got taken out. But as you said, Tommy, they need these kills badly. They're gonna choose to get all of their utility first, get all those shield
Laser sight
batteries,
here.
get all
Level
those
2.
shield upgrades as much as they can. Try and be full looted for the first squad they find, but you have to think to yourself, is this maybe a little bit too passive, taking too much time to create everything here? Yes, you're going to be really, really nice on the health and stuff like that, but
Close range.
without kills,
Always
without
better
those
than iron
points,
sights.
it's going to be very, very hard to move on for them.
Yeah, just looking at the board here, even if they do get a first place finish, they're gonna need some kills to go along with that if they want to secure themselves a high ranking spot. Of course, if they get first place, I think that will secure them a spot, but second, third, fourth, they're gonna need some kills to make up for that. Now, just rotating over, continuing the looting spree, and
Got an
they just
extended
want to be
energy mag here.
all geared
Level
up
1.
for their first engagement.
Sniper stock here. Level 2.
Yeah, it looks like a couple of them are on the blue shield right now. There's still one person on the default white shield. So they're going to be trying to look to upgrade their shield eventually and maybe possibly find that rare golden armor that we have not seen yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen it on any of our members, the golden armor. It's kind of, what do you guys prefer, the golden armor or the red?
I like the gold. Doesn't it buff your heals?
It's basically the same as a red shield, right? But your cells pretty much, I know, heal double.
But I think you get
I think the
4
red
bars.
shield,
Yeah, you get 4 instead of 5, so it's basically the same as a purple. You just heal double.
Yeah.
So instead of carrying around like a lot of like, bats, and so you just stack all cells. And you have way more heals with cells compared to bats.
Makes it a little bit better in the fights. Yes, those double heals are a little bit quicker, and I think heal a little bit more. It makes you be a little bit more dynamic in your playstyle because you can pretty much heal half your health in a matter of seconds there in the middle of a fight. So I personally prefer the gold, but the red, if you're going to be back out of the fight, not really up close and personal, I'd say the red is.
Yeah, just for the pure raw stats, the red is by default obviously could be better, but just the utility of like the double healing is very nice. I'm pretty sure it also affects syringes as well, if I'm not mistaken.
It does. I think it kind of depends on the kind of player you're like. If you're like a really aggressive SMG player, I think the gold might be a good shout. But if you're kind of that player on your team that kind of sits back and just oversees everything, kind of shoots from a longer range, I think the red shield might be more beneficial because when you take that long range poke, you don't really have to worry about having time to heal. You will have time to heal.
Yeah,
but
and you probably see them on legends like Octane,
Yeah.
Wraith, any like the aggressive legends that people tend to
Bangalore, no?
peak that play, in ranked, and just go for kills.
Absolutely. I think that's maybe what our Saints should have gone for this game, but they didn't find the gold armor. They didn't go for any of those really, really aggressive choices. They chose to go for the more standard ones that they've been playing the entire day. Didn't choose to spice it up for the last game of the day. And they're still doing decent this game, haven't got any kills, but they're just moving their way around the map, maybe gonna find a squad here as they did last game. There was a squad here. I think there's an enemy spotted coming down there from Chubb. Will he be able to find any shots onto enemies? I'm not sure if I see anyone, but if they can spot out a team early and get 3 quick eliminations for themselves, that would be a great way to kickstart their comeback in this tournament.
As we mentioned earlier in the day, that we expect to see a lot of 30-30 repeaters, and it looks like all 3 of the Saints have 30-30 repeaters, and I think at least all of them have a 2x or even a 3x.
Looks like they're taking an engagement right now, firing shots off at these enemies. Seeing any shots land though. Recharge the shield. Go for the engage here.
They need to fight this.
They're going in, they're committing an ult to it, so I think they're gonna maybe try and rotate around, take a different angle. Don't quite know what they're doing here. Maybe they're going for the launch pad.
They're getting circle advantage because there's 15 seconds before the first ring closes, and the other team is gonna have to close in on them. So they're trying to get a defensive position to not have to push into the enemy's conditions.
It seems like they're rotating a little bit far though. If they are playing on the defense, they're not turning around quite yet, not looking back, just waiting, playing it safe, make sure they get all the loot they can before they have to take this fight once again. And there's a purple shield.
That's a very, very important. You know, they aren't able to find the gunfights early, but finding those purple shields out of just naturally is a very, very good start for them. There are going to be some shots going down, but the enemy team is just going to get out of dodge. Shots coming down back, though. That's a lot of damage done. Shield cracked there. Is able to stay alive. Will that bat go through? Yes, it will. In the Bangalore smoke, will we be able to make it alive? But Saints now taking a lot of pressure. They, instead of choosing to fight, they're going to choose to run away. But you wonder, is this the right decision at this point in time? They're going to be able to get some good positioning here on the high ground. Will they turn around and try and fight their squad? No, they're just going to look like they didn't want any part of that. And considering they need kills, very interesting decision coming out from them. Some shots will go down. They will be able to stay alive. Should be able to heal up, but they are just kind of running for their lives at this point and have no interest in shooting back at the enemies chasing.
Yeah, the area that they were just in is very open, so it was a very high chance of getting third party. So that's probably why they chose to go into this little canyon here with these buildings and have a lower chance of getting thirded.
But a looks like the two teams are taking engagement here.
Oh,
and he gets
no.
taken down underneath the house, and he's eliminated as
Gets
well. No
thirsted,
chance
yeah.
for a revive. And now the rest of his team has to try and make up for it. Chubb gonna go down as well. It's all coming down to Ramen Made. Chubb's crawling over to his teammate, but Ramen Made in an awful position here. They don't want to get eliminated so early here. They need to go a little bit farther just to qualify. He's gonna run away and try and play for the placements. There's the launch pad, but the enemy is not going to be far behind. He needs to get away as quick as he can.
He's out of dodge, but if they want any chance of moving on, they need kills, as we said it. So I think Ramen might have to make his way back towards those banners and try and revive his teammates. I think he knows it as well, that he needs to get these revives, otherwise the rest of his game will be just him sitting behind a rock. And even with a very high placement, they still need those kills to move on because they've had a couple of rough games. So let's see if Ramen Maid can make his way back over to his teammates. He has 30 seconds to get those banners. Taze on 30 seconds. Chubb, I think, has 60. But yeah, he should be able to get there in time. It's just a question of if the other team is camping it. I don't know what the chances are. 17 seconds there on Tay. We see him running up, looking around, doesn't see anybody. Will decide to full send it onto here, but does spot out an enemy, I believe. Anyway, he will decide to go for this resurrect. He has 4 seconds left. He won't be able to pick up Tay, but should be able to get Chubb at least. Let's see if he's able to go and get it. Unfortunately, Tay is just out for the game. He does get shot, but he will be able to stay alive here. Does get does get Chubb's respawn beacon thingy, so he's gonna be able to deliver it to the beacon and respawn as soon as possible. But
That's gonna be tough.
yeah, it's gonna be tough, especially with the zone closing in and in. The only 13 squads left, so many people going down in the action here.
And you gotta imagine those beacons are probably full of other players just guarding them, or at least trying to get a revive of their own. Though they're going to be the hot spots. He might even go for this one that's just ever so slightly out in the storm. Looks like we're seeing some indecision come out from him as he's realizing that the ring is closing in, and there's an enemy there to greet him. Low health. This might be it for the Saints. They need to try and get out of here. He needs to play for placement or try and get a revive here. He's in a really, really tough position right now.
He's able to stay alive though, and that's all that matters really at this point. But they need a couple kills here. The Saints, they're not looking too good on the leaderboards, as I believe they are out of the top 8. And to make it into the top 5 will be very, very hard.
And he's looking to hide up here in the bamboo. This is an amazing hiding spot. Let's just hope no one can see him. Time is just what he's waiting for here. And now, time is ticking. As we see Ramen Made. It's all on him. Will he make it or break it? Will this victory be made in ramen? We shall see soon enough. Time is running out. Only 30 seconds left in this hiding spot. He's going to have to rotate sooner or later.
And you know, he is just camping it out. We got a quick update for the standings after last game. Our Saints are in 11th spot with 12 points. And if they need to make that top 5, they need at least 28 points. So that is a big, big maybe at this moment. They basically need to get like 15 kills and win the game this game. Otherwise, it's going to be very, very rough for them.
They are in between a rock and a hard place right now. And it's not looking good. Ramen Made is spotting enemies out here and there. It looks like he got spotted out himself. Misses a few shots, only 1 HP left, 1 bullet away from death, and that is going to be it for the Saints. A 12th place finish is probably not going to cut it. And that is most likely them eliminated from the TELUS arena. They played amazingly, but that is going to be it.
Yeah, just going to what one of you guys said, in order to get 28 points, they would need to get what, first place and 4 more kills.
Oh, 16 13. Isn't it
'Cause
12
it has-
for first place?
Yes.
So-
12th is first place. That gives them 24. Then they need another 4 or 5 kills to make it to top 5.
Correct. On top of the points that the other team.
The other teams.
Yeah. So
well,
it's a very, very slim chance. But
Well, now it's
it's
not very possible since they're out. But that's okay.
Wow.
That's okay.
Yeah.
They just died. It is what it is.
They played it well though.
They
These
played
are some
well.
of the best teams in the world, as we talked about earlier. Even Furia is in this tournament. We didn't see them in our game, but they're just in the tournament. So even if they made it further into this tournament, they are up against some of the best teams in the world. So placing where they did is amazing. A victory in it of itself. But overall, it's been a great time watching Apex. As you can see, these stats roll in. They had an amazing first game and not great second game, but they made it up in the third game. It was like every odd game they did really well, but every even game it seemed that they had a little bit more trouble.
But with all that being said, we are gonna, let's talk about the games a little bit. All 4 games today. First game, 5th place for our Saints, 2 kills. Not a bad performance. That was their best game of the day. Started off hot, but after that, unfortunately went a bit downhill. Next game they got, what they get?
12th place, I think.
12th place. Was that in the second game? I
Yeah, that
believe.
was the second game, 12th place, yes.
But they were able to pick up a couple of kills, so got a couple of points there. Third game, they got 11th.
11th to
Yes,
12th.
I think so.
Yeah.
And then last
So-
game, they just got 12th with no kills as well. So that is going to be most likely it for our Saints if we're not wrong. So we're going to throw it to a very, very quick break, but we're going to come back in a few minutes.
Tally it up.
Yeah, after the game, we're going to go over the scores, maybe even do an interview. So we'll see how things go. But yeah, we'll see you very, very shortly.
Hello, everybody, and I am Matthias, also known as Matthias, here with an interview with Vitae from the Apex team. We just saw him play. How was that tournament overall?
Honestly, the tournament was fun. Obviously, I think we could have played a bit better. We made our fair share of mistakes, which ultimately costed us our round. But that being said, it is an event that we were ultimately a little bit underprepared for, I would say.
I think you guys did very well for the circumstances. There's a lot of competitive teams in there. I heard even Furia was playing, not in the same group, but even if you guys advance later on, you're going to hit a wall eventually. But overall, I think you guys did pretty well, but I agree with you that you probably could have done a little bit better. You did amazing that first match, though.
Right, yeah. So with like the TELUS, we are familiar with the league. We played a lot of TELUS before. Both between first and second TELUS in our respective leagues, we got first place and second place. So of course, with the new ones being introduced, this is a bit of a disappointment. I would ultimately say it just came down to us just being ill prepared.
Yeah, I guess you got to, put a little bit more practice in here. And what are you looking for next? How would you practice? How would you get a little bit better here?
Honestly, introducing a lot more VOD reviews into our personal team dynamic. Of course, I know that's always helpful. I would say probably more higher league scrims that we need to practice in. Again, mention the previous two titles we played in, they were division specifically, whereas this tournament we're going into, it's much more open division.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
So it was definitely challenging seeing some of the skill difference in players, mechanically speaking, right?
Yeah, it's a much more broader range of skill levels here. Just it being completely open. Of course, you're going to get the best of the best. And overall, I think you guys did pretty well. But like you said, could have did a little bit better. But that's enough about the game. Let's talk about you. Let's get a little bit more info on the players here. How long have you been with the team?
Well, I've been with the team since it launched last year. So right now is going to my last semester, second year, finishing things up here at St. Clair College. It's been a great ride. I mean, we've had highs and lows, achieved a lot, and seeing the program grow, not just Apex, but just generally speaking with Academy, it's great to see here.
Yeah, it's been amazing to watch you guys play over the years, and that's a long time. And did you say you're taking a step back from the team a little bit more?
Yeah, I would say going into this final semester, I kind of want to take a step back from competing. Had a few, without going into details, a few things in my life kind of having a mental shift.
Yes.
So on that note, I'm probably going to be playing a little bit less, but I know with tryouts coming out, 18 and 19 by the way, with tryouts coming out, there's going to be some new legends coming in for sure.
Yeah, great. It's been a joy to watch you play, and congrats. You've had some great games. This one was not the best, but there's always more to come. Anything else you want to say before I close this up?
For sure. I would say, again, thank you to St. Clair for the opportunity. It's been great and wonderful. I'll still be around here as a sub. 18 and 19 is our tryouts, so if you like Apex Legends, make sure to try that out. Those two guys, they're really amazing players, and they deserve the best.
That's what it's all about. It's not just about winning and losing. It's making those friendships, those teammates, those bonds. And thank you, everybody at home, for joining me here today, watching this great stream. Thank you, Tay, for joining me here on the broadcast. And thank you to our sponsors, HyperX, Tim Hortons, Subway, St. Clair SRC, and the St. Clair College Alumni Association. Thank you to everybody in the back, Neil, Amanda. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Theo, for joining me here on the mic earlier today. Thank you, everyone at home, once again for watching. We'll see you soon with some more streams. Bye-bye.